Hey guys, how the hell are you? Once again, it is New Release Friday, which means there's tons of new stuff that's coming out today. Also means that I am updating my new releases playlist for you guys. So remember to click that link in the description below. Check out all the new releases that I am searching the interwebs for so that I can see what is going to blow my mind this week. This last week was kind of the exact opposite of the week that came before it. Whereas last week there was tons of interesting stuff that was coming out to the point where, I kind of narrowed it down to a few different things that could have all have been album of the week. This week was something where, man, I was pouring over that list and not really a whole hell of a lot was grabbing me this week. A lot of kind of disappointment, a lot of new bands that didn't really make a very big impact, to be honest. Some classic stuff in there that was kind of awful. And even some bands that have a more recent yet storied history that weren't really doing anything impactful. But amidst all that, there were still a handful of releases that I thought, you know what, that's cool, that's interesting. Firstly, I want to talk to you guys about Hereditary. This was a great little 7-song banger that they put out called Disease. It's a 7-song EP and very kick-ass, old school death metal style stuff. Not unlike what you would be expecting from like the Demonical and Lick, but maybe with a little bit less of the HM2 worship in there. Maybe even something that's a little bit more at the gates-ish in there. There is some great melodic lead playing and some melody lines in there. Some great vocal work. It is just a straight-up killer old-school death metal release, and I would very much recommend you guys check it out. On the way off into left field category, though, let's talk about this group, this one-man project called A Pregnant Light. So this came out finally this last week, and for those of you guys that are unaware of the backstory surrounding this, supposedly this project, what they decided to do was they set up like a phone line that you could call in during this last year, and you could hear a new single that they were creating every single month. And I guess there was like some sort of theme going on with it, but they finally released a collection of all 12 of those singles, January through December, and it's some interesting stuff. Is it my favorite thing in the world? No, but goddamn does it hold my interest, because it goes all over the gamut from like emo and shoegazy and indie sort of stuff to post-metal, post-blackened metal. There's a little bit of that in there. It's all over the place. And if you're not opposed to hearing something that's different, definitely check out that new collection from A Pregnant Light. It was very interesting. But out of all this, there can be only one, and I want to direct you guys to a German black metal duo called Kankar. This was something that was just kind of perusing through the list, and lo and behold, all of a sudden I start hearing some very, very kick-ass Abath era Immortal inspired riffage coming forth, some Isan but sort of more gravelly type of vocals coming forth. It's atmospheric black metal without being too atmospheric. I feel like there's too many atmospheric black metal bands these days that just put everything in a wash of this sort of cold reverb. And just, it's all about forest and pagan this, pagan that, folk this. And these guys have sort of dialed that back quite considerably and just decided to focus on putting out just some killer riffage. I mean, this is some fantastic shit. The vocal interplay with the instruments is great. It's not straight up blasting extreme black metal. It's riff heavy black metal. So that's why I tend to liken it a little bit to Immortal in that respect, because that is something you could always call out with that band. Was that, yeah, okay, they've got the chorus pain, yeah, they've got that yeah kind of vocals, but they were very riff heavy. And these guys, Kankar, are kind of carrying that forward with this, their debut album. It is just a really, really killer black metal release. And there's tons of songs on here that just kind of have a certain flow to them that you can't help but enjoy and you can't help but bang your head to. Krater and Sarx is a fantastic tune, and that's kind of the first thing that you really, really get into on this record. That just sort of pummeling riffage that it lends forth. N.E.I.D is another great song on here, but probably something that overall encapsulates this record, and I get the feeling it was kind of meant to. Right in the middle of it, there's a song that's called Thüringer Schwarzmetall, which is basically kind of referencing, hey, we're from this part of Germany, we play black metal, and kind of fuck you if you don't like it, is what I'm getting from that. And it's fucking awesome. It is a straight up fucking pummeling, driving headbanger of a tune, as is much of the riffage that is contained on this record. Definitely would recommend you guys check this out if you like your black metal very, very riff heavy. Not afraid to dial back the speed, not afraid to dial back the tremolo picking, and just content to just kick fucking ass. That is what you get from this black metal release. So thank you guys so much for tuning in once again to the Album of the Week video series. Remember to please go to that description below. There's going to be links to this week's Album of the Week where you can check it out. Also remember there's a link below for my Spotify playlist, which I am updating today and which I am updating every single weekend with all the new releases that are coming out that I think might be worth checking out. So thank you guys so much. Remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you want more content like this. Please drop a comment in the comment section below. And remember, take what you do seriously, but do not take yourselves too seriously.